Hey everybody, long time no talk. Here today to talk about a new set of headphones from Steelseries, which is a company that we used to do a lot of work with back on in the PS Nation days, but we haven't really done anything with them since, for a long time actually. But they were nice enough to send over a pair of the new Steelseries Arctis Nova Pro wireless headphones right there. And as you can see, IGN gives them a 10 out of 10, so it's totally worth it, right? You don't need me to do a video if IGN already gave them a 10 out of 10. So, as usual, my hate for IGN spreads upon everything I do. So, I've been a long time Turtle Beach fan. And I always liked the Steelseries headphones that we were trying in the past, but I've just kind of been focusing on Turtle Beach for quite a while just because they were sending us everything they were making, essentially. And, they had some hits and misses, but the latest, which is the Turtle Beach Stealth Pro Wireless, they're fantastic. The one thing that really sets those apart for me was the sound separation with the 3D audio on the PS5. And that has become kind of an A-plus type criteria that I've been looking for. Because I've got some other headphones for PS5 that don't really separate the sound that well. I've even got a pair of rock hats that are pretty comfortable and they work pretty well, but the sound separation inside the ear cups just doesn't really do it for me. So I was really excited to try these out for a couple different reasons, just because it was almost getting to the point where I was only covering Turtle Beach, but I was always a really big fan of Steelseries. We always had a really good time talking to the crew there, and someone that I knew from PlayStation in the past works at Steelseries now, and I really wanted to cover this stuff if I could. So they sent these over, and here they are. Each of these, I'm terrible with it because I bite my nails all the time, but each of these little caps right here are magnetic, so they pop right off, and there's a battery inside there, and there's a charging port, a USB-C port to charge them without, but you can swap in and out the battery. And that's one thing, so this right now I found a pair on Amazon for $284, which is pretty heavily discounted because I think the MSRP is, I want to say $350. I have to look that up. But I just found them on Amazon today for $284. And instead of what we're all used to with headphones on the PlayStation side and on the Xbox side, actually, nowadays, is it always has a little USB dongle. So this comes with a full receiver, and it has, I think it's an OLED screen on it. It's not in color, it's in black and white, but a really bright, easy to read screen. And you've got control of everything right here, and also you can press the little thing here on the plastic. But on the back, really interesting, it has two different USB-C ports right away. And you can actually select which port that you want to use on this display side. So you can say I want to do port B. So you can have this plugged in to both the PC and to the PS4 or PS5 at the same time, and you just switch them in the menu. It's really nice. So going back to that a little bit, these are for the PS4, PS5, and PC, and I did try them on Xbox Series X. These do not connect to the Xbox. So that's one bummer, but it's kind of par for the course for headphones as far as I can tell. Same with the Turtle Beach and stuff like that. So still game console manufacturers locking devices out, just idiots. But this also has the 3.5 millimeter inputs and outputs, so that if you're a streamer, you can a little bit easier plug into like your Elgato, which has a 3.5 millimeter input on it as well. And then when you're using the microphone on the headphones, that microphone will also carry over to the Elgato and get into your captures. So you don't have to use any kind of wild adapters and cables and everything else to get everything connect up, which is nice. It's very nice. I have a pair of Turtle Beach that are hardwired that I keep here in my office for when I stream, and that's how my voice carries on the stream that way is the same thing, 3.5 millimeter. This comes with all the cables. It comes with the 3.5 millimeter male-to-male cable. It comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable. Comes with a USB, I think 3.0 or 2.0 to a USB-C cable. It's very, very robust. But one nice thing about this is this. And that was something that excited me because I had a pair of Steelseries, I don't remember the model, anything, a few years ago that had a dock bigger than this, and it included a battery charger in the dock, and it came with an extra battery, and I was like, oh, are these going to have the same thing? And sure enough, it does. So it comes with an extra battery. Very nice battery, by the way. Small, but really long-lasting. I have never had a beep on this for the battery going dead. It very, very long-lasting. But it's got a little thing on it, and you just pop the battery in. If I can do this on the camera. But you put it in there, pop it in, and boom, it's charging. So you always have a charged battery, which is great because if you're using your headphones, you forget to charge them or whatever for a few days, all of a sudden you're trying to use them and beep, beep, beep. You can literally just stand up, grab the battery out, swap it out really within within a minute, really, if you don't bite your nails, and pop the little magnetic cover off, put the new battery in, boom, it's up and running. Really interesting on these, and I don't think I've ever seen this before on different headphones, but these have 2 power switches, which can be good or bad. I like the fact that they're on there, but I forget about it. But there's a regular power switch to turn the headphones on, but there's also a power switch just to turn Bluetooth on, so that you can use these with like your phone. If you want to use your headphones with your phone as a Bluetooth headset, you can do that without turning on the full features of the microphone. And it's really nice. And they work great with the phone, and they work great with PS4. They work great with PS5. I don't know. I really like the design on that. When I started thinking about it, because at first I turned it on with the wrong power switch, and I just turned the Bluetooth on, and all of a sudden I booted my PS5 up, and like, there's no audio. Do I have the wrong input on? No, I've got the right. Oh, there's another power switch. So it would help. I did read the instructions, but they're a little small, and I'm old. I'm 51 years old, and even with glasses and blah, 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 I get old. Or I am old. But I really like this. Yes, it's another dongle, bro. But that's on the console makers, when you think about it. I mean, Xbox for a long time connected directly with headphones, but at the same time, they never really seemed to have like any type of surround functionality, anything like that. They were just stereo. And I've got a pair of Xbox headphones downstairs that I could connect up that way, but I don't. I have a newer pair, and it also has a USB dongle. That's just that's our reality, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I like these, though, and it's worth it to me to have a dongle. I don't know. I mean, I plug it into the back USB port, and I never see it. And this sits up on top of my PS5, and I think it looks really good. Like, it looks really nice and sleek, and with the light on, it's never too bright on the display, but it's bright enough to read. Even from sitting on my couch, I can read it. Not great, because I'm old, but you can read it. It comes with an app for Android and I think iPhone, and I believe PC. I haven't used it on PC yet. But you can control everything from the app or from just the menus that you can find on the OLED. I think it's OLED on the display. and very easy to navigate through, and a lot of options. So one thing that I really liked about the Turtle Beach Stealth Pros is they have active noise cancellation. I know that's a big deal to a lot of people, and I've never really cared about it too much, except that I have a puppy dog that likes to bark a lot, so every now and then it's nice to have. These also have active noise cancellation, and it's pretty good. I'd say Turtle Beach does a little bit better on it, but it's marginal. It's not really very different at all. I think that the Turtle Beach probably cancel out a lot, or not a lot, but a little bit more of the sound than you do with these. But again, it's negligible, and I like it. So then what you get in the package with this is pretty small when you really think about it. There's a lot of features here, but they're pretty small. I like that they have a retractable head or a microphone. Also comes with a little pop filter. It just slides on there, and that's nice to have. I mean, anybody that's played an online game, there's a lot of headphones out there that do not have a pop filter on it, and you know exactly when they do or they don't. They're lighter than they look. They're really strong. They're very, very well built, but they're light. I mean, these are lighter than I expected, honestly, for seeing pictures of them, etc. They're really light and insanely comfortable. The only difference I find with these compared to the Turtle Beach is that Turtle Beach does this thing now. They've done it for a few years where people that wear glasses, they do something in the ear cups where they have little spaces for the different headphones where they kind of wrap around your glasses, and it doesn't press on you as much. These don't have that, but they haven't bothered me yet. Where I was telling the PR rep for Turtle Beach, because I was using this Rock Hat headphones, and they don't have that, even though Turtle Beach owns Rock Hat. They don't have that little notch on them, and they hurt. After about, I'd say, half an hour or so, they start really hurting. And with these, I don't have that. And I wear these for hours a day. I get up and do my morning Call of Duty, work my thumb, and, I'm doing the dailies every day and whatnot. And I haven't had that problem yet. I haven't had that problem where they start hurting, which is really nice. The battery is very good, long-lasting, charges pretty quick. And like I said, there's always one charging in the dock, which is, quite frankly, a godsend. Because unless you're looking on your phone, because your phone will tell you what the battery level's at, all of a sudden you'll hear the little beeps, and you're like, oh, I need to get a charged battery in there. The nice thing is, there's one there. Again, the Turtle Beach has the same thing and has a second battery that comes with it, and there's always one charging in their dock thing. So that's nice, and that's why these headphones, I've been comparing them to the Stealth Pros from Turtle Beach quite a bit, because feature-wise, they're very close. They're very, very close. And these do an insanely good job. The other thing about these, even over the Turtle Beach, is they get really loud. They even have a thing that's, I think there's some kind of European standard where the headphones can only get so loud because they're protecting you. This actually has a little prompt that came up on the screen saying, are you this many years? I don't remember what the thing said, but it was either like asking my age or something, or are you in Europe or something like that, and you answer it, and they actually, they're allowed to get louder, which is pretty neat, because us Americans, we need them loud. The only thing that I've really had a problem with on these is finding the mute button when I've got them on to mute the microphone in the headphones themselves. To find the mute, it has been a little bit difficult for me. The nice thing is it's on PS5 usually, so I can just hit the button on the controller, which some Call of Duty players need to find. But I really like these. and they compare very favorably to the Turtle Beach Stealth Pros. I think on the Amazon price, these are a little bit cheaper than the Turtle Beach. You'd be fine with both, but the Turtle Beach Stealth Pros, as much as I like them, I've had one major problem, and that is it's got a microphone that actually flips down, and one day it just stopped working. It's always muted no matter what. If I go into the app and unmute it, anything, they don't work. So the microphone stopped working on the Turtle Beach because of the flip down and flip up action. This, you don't have that problem because it just retracts and the mute is actually in the interface. So if I'm going to give these a score, honestly, I kind of agree with IGN. I give them a 10 out of 10. There's very little in terms of negatives in these. And a lot of people are going to say, well, the price is a negative. I can see that. I mean, these are not cheap. Even at that discounted price on Amazon right now of $284, it's $284 is still a chunk of change. But I would say that they're worth it, because I really don't see a need for another pair of headphones ever. You know, you've got the second battery. You've got a solid set of headphones that sound amazing. And I really like the dynamic range on these. I'm getting the lowest lows and the highest highs. It's got some presets on there in the app for like different sound profiles. I don't think they're as many profiles as Turtle Beach has, but they're good enough. And I've had no problem wearing these for hours on end. They don't ever feel like they're pressing down on you. They don't ever feel like they're squeezing your head. And I haven't had any problems with the glasses, which is surprising. So, you know, I guess that's it. But I really do like these headphones, and I highly suggest you giving them a try if you're looking for kind of the full-featured set of headphones. The microphone sounds great, everything. So, yeah. This is Glenn with We Just Like Games. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.